crisp baseball night on tap here downtown. When we come back, Tom Hamilton visits with manager Stephen Vogt. It's the KeyBank Manager Show next.
Again, everybody, with Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt. This is Tom Hamilton. Welcome. It's the Manager Show brought to you by KeyBank. And the great news tonight, Jose Ramirez back in the lineup. He'll be hitting second and playing third base. And nearly 6 weeks ago, voter, you lost Angel Martinez, Chase DeLauder, Jose Ramirez in the same game, June 13th against Detroit. At the time, you were in first place, 6 games above 500. And nearly 6 weeks later, you've got 2 of those guys back. You're still in first place, still 6 games above 500. Pretty remarkable achievement.
Yeah, really proud of our guys. I mean, obviously, you go back to that day, and it's been a while. It's been a weird roller coaster 5 weeks, and anytime you lose 3 position players in one 5-inning span, it's going to be difficult, especially those 3. But credit to our coaches, credit to our staff, credit to our players. All the credit goes to the players, obviously, but no one got down, no one got upset. We had some moments where it was really tough, but and not that everything's solved today, but we are really excited that Jose Ramirez is back in the lineup.
In addition to the obvious that you're basically where you were almost 6 weeks ago, what comes out of that from a positive nature that maybe you didn't know it at the time, but now it reveals itself? Everybody stepped up.
You lose, especially particularly with Jose. We go when he goes. He's our lifeblood. He's our guy. And but it gave a lot of other guys opportunities to step up in big moments. And man, did we get contributions from everyone. I mean, look, 1 through 26. I think we've had maybe 35 different guys that have come up and helped us win a game at some point over the course of the last 5 weeks. And they all got their opportunities and they all stepped up. And that can be really, really powerful moving forward.
How did this decision come about that Jose would start playing today?
He said he was ready to go. And obviously with the medical staff and Jose working together, they had to check a bunch of different boxes and get to a feeling where Jose felt comfortable, ready to play. I mean, obviously the defense and the base running and his legs and his body are ready to go, but really needed to get that hamate and that wrist back to where he felt like he was ready to compete, and he is. So he's not going to be full go every day, all day, but when he's available, he's going to be in there.
Are you hampered somewhat, though, as a hitter? Because this isn't completely back to what it would be had you never had surgery.
I'm sure it's going to be a little bit getting back into it, swinging every day, playing every day. But if there's anybody I'd bet on to show up and get it done, it's Jose.
What about Angel Martinez?
He's playing again today in Akron, and then we'll see how he's feeling coming out of it. And he'll be back here with us tomorrow for a recovery day. So we'll see what the next steps are after he gets through the game tonight.
Is today the big step because it's the first time he's gone back-to-back?
Yeah, and I think he played 7 innings last night. I'm sure he's going to play 7 or 9 tonight. So we really need to see how that foot feels tomorrow, waking up, before we can really decide what the next steps are.
Do you like Hosey in that 2-hole, and if so, how come?
I've always loved Hosey in the 2-hole. He's always been comfortable hitting 3, but earlier this year when we approached him about hitting second, I love it there. You want your best hitter hitting in that 2-hole. You want your best hitter getting up in those spots and having a switch hitter there between, we're so left-handed as it is. So having a switch hitter in between our 1 and 3 hitters is a huge thing and makes them have to choose who they want to match up with and win.
Is that why Brian Roquio, who's not a prototype cleanup hitter, is hitting cleanup?
That's part of the reason. I think the switch hitting ability, but also he's been one of our best hitters all year. We want him to hit as often as possible, and he's done a great job. I think it's been a handful of games now he's hit there at cleanup, hitting behind DeLauder, and just like that contact, and he still has the ability to drive the ball out of the yard, get a walk, and it's just making the lineup longer and longer as we get guys back.
Your best hitter this month is Stephen Kwan. This is a different ball club when he's leading off.
No doubt. When Kwan...
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Go through the 5-hole? Yeah, it sure did.
Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch. And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch. Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. About 10 minutes away from tonight's first pitch here at Progressive Field. Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Time for the pitching matchup.
It's right-hander Bailey Ober going for Minnesota, 7-3 on the season, an earned run average of 4.32. In his career against Cleveland, 3-3 with a fine ERA over 13 starts of 3.06. That includes 5 innings of one-run baseball when he faced them earlier this month back in Minneapolis. He'll be opposed by right-hander Slade Ciccone. Cicone's 4-6 on the year with an earned run average of 4.55.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form. You know, head down, looking at the path of the ball, swing the bad front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm gonna swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude? My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte, in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Dejected down 3. First pitch.
With gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. TNCs apply. In-app only.
Spinning your wheels trying to find a great deal on new tires? Stop going round and round. Just get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, your go-to for new tires. Really, they take care of everything. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands, expertly installed by certified pros. Plus, they're priced to compete, and you might be surprised how well they stack up. So for new tires, get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, then roll out confidently.
Folks, get on board.
This group is really exciting. The future is really bright.
Incredible.
The amount of resilience that we have in this clubhouse, we can deal with pressure and deal with close and meaningful games because we've played a ton of them.
No matter who's on the field, the same thing is going to be expected.
Playing guards ball and being there for each other.
It's working again, folks.
That will to be on the field and want to win the game.
They know that they can overcome anything. Now it's just time for us to finish the job.
And here we go again.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Let's take a trip around baseball for a look at some of the funkiest moments from the field.
And now he slips and falls. The ball gets by him. No, it wasn't not me. No, not me.
And it hits him right in the tucks.
Pitches that took the bat right out of their hands.
Terang didn't see it.
Man, that's tough luck.
With that wand ready to wave some magic.
It goes way over Devers' head at first.
There's a big cockroach in the dugout, apparently.
But for every time you fall, you can always get right back on the horse with a fine fielding play.
Melendez over, dives, makes the catch off his glove. There's no way. Oh, how about that?
A sensational catch
by Ryan Waldschmidt.
Torque meets railing, and Torque wins.
It's gone! What a play! Brian Reynolds robs Ohtani.
It's showtime.
And that might be the play of the year for the Ball Dudes.
How about that?
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Ewing coming over, diving, and he makes the catch.
Left side, Cora. Two hopper stumbles and the throw into the artificial surface. Now one of those embarrassing moments that all players have. Everything's normal to this point, everything's normal here, and now it becomes abnormal.
And look, he's suppressing a smile. Yeah. Come on now. He knows that's funny.
People are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say. Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate.
Of this 4-game series, a matinee affair tomorrow at 1:10 to conclude the series and the homestand. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton on a gorgeous autumn-like night on the shores of Lake Erie, along with Jim Rosenhaus and Brian Matze, as we get set for the third game of this series. Cleveland having won the first two And the Guardians now putting themselves in a first-place tie with the Chicago White Sox. Cleveland now 54-48, tied for the top spot. Minnesota is now 49-53. They're in third place in the division, 5 games out. And then Detroit, 6.5 games out. Well, of course, the big story, if you missed the manager's show, is that Jose Ramirez is back. And Jose Ramirez, less than 6 weeks after he suffered the broken hamate in that left hand and had surgery to remove that bone, is back and coming back without a minor league rehab assignment. Jose feels that he is ready to go, and so Cleveland is going to get the benefit of Jose Ramirez here tonight. And again, if you missed the show, he is not going to play every day. There is still a ramp-up period that will take place for Jose Ramirez. You're getting your legs back under you. You can do all the exercising, all the cardio, all the running you want, but it's not the same as a major league game. He's obviously done a ton of hitting, a ton of fielding. The arm, that was never an issue as far as keeping that in good shape regarding to throwing. He never had to shut down any kind of a throwing program. But again, it's been almost 6 weeks since he played a major league game. But if anybody can do it, well, we know that Jose is definitely a special breed. And man, oh man, is it great to see number 11 on the back of that white jersey taking his spot at third base. By the way, playing in back-to-back games tonight for Akron is Angel Martinez. He'll be with the ball club tomorrow. Get that foot checked out. And if everything goes well, we may see Angel Martinez in the lineup come Friday night in St. Pete. So, man, Cleveland is getting the gang back together. Umpires for tonight, Willie Traynor behind the plate, Charlie Ramos at first, David Rackley, the crew chief, at second, Nestor Ceja at third. Again, it's autumn-like. There is no humidity whatsoever, and the temperatures today barely got out of the 60s. We've got sunshine overhead and a light breeze blowing out toward right. 325 down the lines. It's 370 to left center, 375 to right center, 400 to dead center, 9-foot wall from the right field corner to center, a 19-foot wall from the left field corner to center. Fans are still filing in off the plaza between the ballpark and the arena. They'll come through those wrought iron gates onto the home run porch and to their various seats in what is now a ballpark that seats 35,000. Slade Ciccone is getting the start tonight for Cleveland. And again, the big concern for Ciccone, how will his command be? He has not started in 2 weeks. He has had 13 days of rest. That is 3 times the normal amount of rest that you have between starts. Ciccone, mid-90s fastball, sinker, cutter, curveball, and the split finger, and he's reintroduced the slider as well. Second time he's faced Minnesota this year, and leading it off, the left fielder, Trevor Larnach, left-handed batter. Ciccone the set, and tonight's first pitch is in there, a strike, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Game time temperature of 70 degrees. Larnach having a really good year, batting .291, 7 homers, 34 RBIs, and he takes one in tight. That'll even up the count. Larnach and Stephen Kwan, teammates at Oregon State, and Larnach arguably the best season that he's had in his major league career after being a first-round pick. He takes a breaking ball near the back foot, a curveball that missed badly, and the count now 2-1. Larnach hasn't hit maybe for the power you would expect. He's a big man, 6'4", 2 1/4. Now the 2-1 pitch. And he rips one into deep right center. Well, there's that power. That ball is long gone. 1-0 Minnesota. Larnach with his 10th home run. A no doubt about it blast to right center. And a leadoff home run to start this ball game as Minnesota on top by a score of 1-0. And that ball sailed 404 feet. He got a fastball and he didn't miss it. Here's Brooks Lee, the switch-hitting shortstop, batting left-handed. He's been playing third base primarily, but tonight back at short. Here's the set, here's the pitch. And it's a backdoor slider for a called strike. Off night tonight, Byron Buxton, who's coming back from a hip injury, not playing tonight for the Twins. They've got to be careful with him, much like Cleveland now with Jose Ramirez. The pitch tapped foul at the plate. That was a rare changeup from Slade Ciccone, that split change, and the count 0-2. Brooks Lee batting .252, 14 homers, 52 RBIs. 1-0 Minnesota. They grabbed a 1-0 lead on a Ryan Jeffers home run last night. That pitch down and away, 1-2. Slade Ciccone's last start came in Minneapolis against these Twins before the All-Star break 2 weeks ago, and he didn't last long. 3 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. The pitch swung on, foul to the upper deck behind the plate. That was a no decision for Slade Ciccone. Ciccone, a record of 4-6, ERA 4.55, start number 20 this season. The pitch, and a swing and a miss on a curveball in the dirt. Bounces out in front of the plate. Bailey retrieves it, throws him out, and that is out number 1 on the strikeout of Brooks Lee by Slade Ciccone. That'll bring to the plate Cody Clemens, hitting in the 3-hole tonight. Clemens having a career year, batting .241, 18 homers, 48 RBIs. Ciccone is averaging 5 innings per start this year. He's averaging 7 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. Opposition against Slade Ciccone batting .281. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. Stephen Kwan in left, Petey Halpin in center, Daniel Schneemann in right. Outfield pulled around toward right and deep. Now the 1-0 delivery. And it's swung on, popped him up. On the infield, the shortstop, Brian Rocchio, will make the catch. Kyle Manzardo's at first, Travis Bazzana at second, Brian Rocchio at short, Jose Ramirez back at third, and Patrick Bailey catching. 2 down, nobody on, 1-0 Twins. Here's Josh Bell, the switch hitter and DH. His wife, his children, his mom and dad were here the other night when he officially became a 10-year Major League veteran. The pitch tapped foul at the plate. That's a big moment for any Major Leaguer. What a milestone. And what a year he's having. Josh Bell leads Minnesota in RBIs with 60. He'll turn 34 in August. The pitch, and he hammers one to deep left. Kwan is back. Kwan near the wall, reaches up and snags it, and was almost out of room. Twins take a 1-0 lead. Cleveland coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning.
Swung on, there's a high fly ball.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing, and there are a lot of people that, you know, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
Slow Smoke, perfectly seasoned, made right here in Ohio for over 100 years. Don't wait. Make tonight a Sugardale hot dog night.
The big man, right-hander Bailey Ober, facing Cleveland, 6'9", 260. 31 years of age, and Stephen Kwan takes a first pitch high for ball one. Ober does not throw as hard as you would think a guy 6'9", 260 would throw. Low 90s, great changeup. And he pumps one in there called strike. That was an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. He throws the fastball, he throws the sinker, curve, slider, changeup. The kick and the pitch to Kwan, and he sends one on a line to second, caught by Cody Clemens. Well, the next big hand you hear is for this man, Jose Ramirez. And some of the folks coming to their feet. Jose Ramirez has been out since he broke the hamate and had surgery to remove that bone near the bottom of his left hand. It still hurts like heck when you swing the bat, but Jose Ramirez is back playing less than 6 weeks after the injury. Switch hitter batting left-handed. He takes a called strike. Jose Ramirez batting .239, 10 homers, 33 RBIs. Still third in the league in steals with 24. The pitch, and it's outside, 1-1. He did not have to go to the minor leagues for a rehab assignment. Felt that he was sharp enough and ready to go here tonight. Now the kick and delivery, and it's on the outer edge of strike 1-2. Jose came in, told Stephen Vogt yesterday, I'm good. I am ready to go. Now the pitch, and it's down low 2-2, and he reaffirmed it today, and thus Cleveland activated him, and he's in the 2-hole, and that's where Stephen Vogt feels Jose is best. It helps break up the left-handed hitters in this lineup with a switch hitter batting second. The pitch, and he lines one toward right, a base hit his first time back. What else is new? Jose Ramirez with a one-out single to right. And let's see how quickly he takes off for second base. He is something else, folks. So Jose Ramirez will now take his lead at first with Chase DeLauder coming to the plate. DeLauder, Ramirez, and Angel Martinez were all hurt in that game June 13th. The pitch to DeLauder, and it's low, ball one. They were all hurt and left the game in the first 5 innings of the game against Detroit on Saturday, June 13th. DeLauder with a broken rib came back 2 weeks later. Now the set, now the 1-0, and he fouled it back 1-1. When those 3 guys went out almost 6 weeks ago, Cleveland was in first place, 6 games above 500. They went 15-15. Since that time, they're still in first, and they're still 6 games over 500. So they're able to keep their head above water. That pitch inside 2-1. That could have been absolute disaster for Cleveland. Now the big assist was this guy, Chase DeLauder, coming back quicker than anyone expected, back in 2 weeks. And the club is 11-8 since DeLauder got back. The club was 4-7 without Ramirez, DeLauder, and Martinez, then going 11-8 since Chase DeLauder came back. Now Hosey back tonight, and it's hope Angel Martinez this weekend in St. Pete. The pitch, and it's lifted in the air to left, pretty deep but playable. Trevor Larnach has room. 2 down. Larnach in left, going to second. Ramirez, and he beats the throw. Well, there he is. Jose Ramirez went back to first. Trevor Larnach never even thought about Hosey tagging up and going to second. And he got there with ease on a ball that didn't even get close to the warning track. It was fairly deep, but it didn't get to the warning track. And again, Jose Ramirez, he beats you with his talent, his aggressiveness, and his brain power. Here's Brian Rocchio, switch hitter batting left-handed. Takes outside a ball. Not many other people would tag up on a fly ball out to left field. Then again, not many people play the game like Jose Ramirez. 1-0 Twins, 2 down in the first. The 1-0 pitch in tight. And it's a called strike, 1-1. Brian Rocchio is hitting fourth because manager Stephen Vogt said he's been one of our best hitters. And again, you get a switch hitter breaking up all the left-handed bats. The pitch down low and the count 2-1. Is he your prototype cleanup hitter? Obviously not. But what the heck, he's getting the job done, batting .274, 9 homers, 47 RBIs. Tying run at second. 2 down, first inning. The set, the delivery, and it's a little low, evidently, 3-1. Trevor Larnach in left, Luke Kiesel in center, and Alan Roden in right. Victor Caratini at first, Cody Clemens at second, Brooks Lee at short, Royce Lewis at third, and Alex Jackson catching. 1-0 Twins, first inning. The pitch, and he looked at a called strike, threw him a changeup. Bailey Ober throws his changeup more than any other pitch. 36% of his pitches are changeups. He's got one of the best in the game. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hit high, deep to right. Down the line it's going, and it is foul. Had the distance to put Cleveland on top, but he hooked it foul, and will do it again at 3-2. Bailey Ober, 6'9", 260, 31 years of age. He has pitched well against Cleveland. 13 previous starts, 3-3 the record, but a 3.06 ERA. And it's because of that great changeup, a pitch that Cleveland's had trouble with all season long. Now the 3-2, a swing and a foul shot by first base coach Sandy Alomar Jr. will do it again at 3-2. Beautiful night here in Northeast Ohio, 70 degrees. The game temp brought to you by Gusto. Higher pay and grow your team with Gusto. Now the 3-2. Swing and a foul at the plate. We'll do it again. So Bailey Ober's had to make 20 pitches here in the first. Ober missed a month. He was hurt for a month. So the record is 4-6. The ERA, check that, the record is 7-3. The ERA is 4.32. This is only his 15th start. Does have one complete game. It was a shutout. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive toward left. It gets down a base hit near the line. Ramirez flying around third. He'll score the tying run. And Brian Rocchio with a clutch opposite field single near the line and left. Knocks in his 48th run. And again, not only is the game tied, but it's tied because of the base running exploits of Jose Ramirez, who tagged up and went from first to second on a fly out to left. Now Travis Bazzana in the 5 hole tonight. Left-handed hitting second baseman. He takes a look at a first pitch fastball, strike one. Boy, the encouraging thing, Brian Rocchio hit a changeup for the 2-out RBI single. Rocchio a threat to run with 15 steals. He draws a throw and he's back with a dive. Carmen Castaldi of Mayfield Heights, tonight's Conrad, score 4, win 4 new tires contestant. As Carmen Castaldi tries to get the 4 Bridgestone tires, thanks to Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Lozana pops one up. It's playable near the mound, between the mound and home plate, and caught by the third baseman, Royce Lewis. But Brian Rocchio knocks in Jose Ramirez, and it's a 1-1 game after 1 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
I got these Topps 1994 baseball cards, Series 2. I collect them like everybody else did back in the 70s. We eventually threw them all away. We didn't save them, and I'm sure they're worth millions now. Let's see what I have here. Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best baseball player I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh, man. Lou Whitaker, Bobby Bonilla, Bo Jackson, the best two-sport player ever.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Game tied up at 1. And we go to the second. Royce Lewis back at third tonight. Swings and fouls back Slade Cicconi's first offering for strike 1. Lewis batting .216, 10 homers, 30 RBIs. Just trying to stay healthy. Such a talented young player who's been plagued by injuries. He takes down and away from Cicconi. Lewis, former #1 pick in the draft. The pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to third. Ramirez digs it out, guns it over, 1 down. Royce Lewis was the first player chosen in the draft back in 2017. Hunter Green, the Cincinnati Reds pitcher, was the #2 pick in that draft. 2 high school kids. Of course, Travis Bazzana at second base. Tonight for Cleveland, the #1 pick in the draft of 2024. Here's Victor Caratini, switch hitter batting left-handed at first. The set and the pitch. And it's in there, strike. Now, you must sign all of your draft picks by July 27th or you lose the rights to that draft pick. The pitch, swing and a foul back, 0-2, so 5 days from now, Cleveland hopes to have everybody inked to a contract. Executive Vice President and Assistant GM Matt Foreman was saying the signings, when they do take place, will take place out in Goodyear at the Guardians Spring Training Complex. He said the reason we do it that way, one, we want to get the kids in there for their physicals and get them ramped up. Some of these kids haven't played a game of baseball in 2 months, which is why almost every major league team wants the June draft. They don't want a draft in July. They want the draft in June so these kids don't sit so long. But that's where the signings will take place. And one would expect that to be happening in the coming days. The pitch, check swing, and he went around. Victor Caratini strikes out. So it's also a little bit easier, too, to get all these kids and their families into Phoenix. There's a lot more direct flights into Phoenix than there is here in Cleveland. Then you've got them at the complex. They can do their physical. They can do their signing, and then they can get to work. And mom and dad can go on a shopping spree. Here's right fielder Alan Roden, left-handed batter, and he looks at a called strike. Game tied at 1, second inning from downtown Cleveland on a beautiful autumn-like night. 70 degrees here at game time. Roden batting 190. The pitch down low, 1-1. He missed a couple of months with a bad shoulder bruise. He came along with last night's starter, Kendry Rojas from Toronto at the deadline last summer for Louis Varland and Ty France. Helped Blue Jays get to the World Series. The pitch, Roden banks one sharply on the ground to first. Ricochets off Mansardo to the second baseman. Lozano's throw to Ciccone covering, not in time. Now that should be an error. It was hard hit on the ground, but it was right at Kyle Mansardo, and it ricocheted right off of his glove to the second baseman, Bazana. And Bazana nearly threw him out with Ciccone taking the throw. And that'll be an error on Kyle Mansardo. So Roden is aboard with 2 down for Luke Keeschel in center field. And Keeschel sends one deep but foul, strike 1. Keeschel batting .260, 4 homers, 28 RBIs. Hey, when the Guardians win, Northeast Ohio Ford dealers donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities for youth sports here in Cleveland. Ciccone lets it fly, and the pitch swung on, popped up. Foul ground down the right field line, and Mansardo can't make the catch with his back to home plate running down the line. He reached out, but the ball was just beyond him. And the count, no balls, 2 strikes. So we'll see if Cleveland's able to sign all of their draft picks. All 20 of them. And they have to be signed by July 27th. And quite frankly, you're, no matter who you are, not drafting a kid if you don't think you can sign him. Keeschel takes down low, 1-2. A lot going on with getting kids signed and indoctrinated into the Guardians' way. Then, of course, the trading deadline right around the corner on August 3rd. That's the deadline. Now the 1-2 pitch. And it missed in, 2-2. President of Baseball Ops, Chris Antonetti, saying tonight that Cleveland wants to do whatever they can to make this ball club better. But the problem is 23 other clubs are trying to do the same thing. The 2-2, swing and a chopper to third, foul. We'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, 1-1 game. And Chris did say the one thing they would like to do, they would like to balance the lineup out a little bit if they could. Meaning they would love to add a right-handed hitter. That would be ideal, but he said, we'll do whatever it is, whether it's a left-handed hitter or a right-handed hitter, whether it's additional pitching, whatever you can do to make this ball club better, they are certainly open to it. So it'll be interesting between now and August 3rd to see what may come about. Now the 2-2 pitch to Keeschel. And strike 3 called, pounded the inside corner with a heater. Game tied at 1, middle of the second. Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Do you read more about your team in the... without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Kyle Manzardo hitting sixth, playing first, leads off the bottom of the second. Game tied at 1, and Bailey Ober with a first pitch slider for strike one. Ober out of the College of Charleston, 12th round pick 9 years ago. And he looks at a low curveball, and the count 1-1. Dollar Bank's the proud banking partner of the Guardians, 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Manzardo waves at the changeup in the count 1-2. Manzardo hitting .209, 10 homers, 30 RBIs. He's just never really gotten into one of those hot streaks where you carry a club. The pitch, and he lines this one, though, to deep right center field. It's trouble. One bounce and cut off on the track by Keishel. Manzardo can stride into second with a stand-up double. Well, that was a good piece of hitting there, as Kyle Manzardo was down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes, and Ober threw him a fastball, and it was up. But Manzardo got on top of it and has the leadoff double his 9th, and the go-ahead run at second with nobody out in the second for Daniel Schneemann. Schneemann batting .211, 6 homers, 28 RBIs. Bailey Ober. You talk about Jekyll and Hyde. He's the epitome. The pitch, a swing and a foul back. When he pitches at Target Field, Bailey Ober is unbeaten. 5-0 with a .268 ERA. On the road, his earned run average is .690. Now the 0-1 pitch. Curveball low, 1-1. Makes no sense when you think of him being a pitcher, not a thrower. His changeup, it's going to play anywhere. But boy, he just has been lit up on the road this year. Now the 1-1 delivery, and Schneemann rifles one to deep center field. Back goes Keishel. He'll make the catch in front of the track. Tagging, motoring to third is Manzardo. Quality at bat for Daniel Schneemann, who lines out to deep center, but he gets Manzardo to third. 1 down. And let's see if Cleveland can continue this outstanding situational hitting. Last night they had a couple of sacrifice flies, which may not seem like a big deal, but it is when you've been having trouble getting a run in from third, less than 2 out. Infield in for Patrick Bailey, batting left-handed. He takes downstairs, ball 1. Bailey hitting .199, 4 homers, 17 RBIs, but he has really swung it well lately. 4-hit game here on Monday night. Infield in at the cut of the grass. Bailey lines one into right field, an RBI single. 2-1 Cleveland as Kyle Manzardo scores. And what a job Patrick Bailey has done to turn around his offensive fortunes. The amount of work that he has put in, and a great job has been done by hitting coach Grant Fink and this entire hitting group. And the amount of hours that they put in with all of the hitters. And Patrick Bailey looks like a different guy from the guy that was in San Francisco. Here's Petey Helpin. He takes high and wide, ball 1. Petey Helpin had a 2-homer game on Monday night. and he's getting to play a lot more. In center field, left-handed batter, P.D. Helpin, former third-round pick. And out to the mound is the catcher, Alex Jackson. And the woes on the road continue for Bailey Ober as Cleveland now with a 2-1 lead and a runner at first, 1 out. And now it's the bottom of the order that is causing fits.
Well, Tom, you mentioned last inning that 23 teams still feel that they can make trades to help their clubs, but there's some that are kind of on that fence here coming out of the All-Star break, the Twins included. These are huge games for them to determine what they can do, and the Guardians may be making that decision for them.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now the 1-0 pitch to Helpin. And it's top of the zone strike, but what a job manager Derek Shelton and his coaching staff have done. I think a lot of people thought Minnesota would be a 100-loss team this year. Not even close. They're a legitimate playoff contender. The pitch, outside a ball, 2-1. They may be on the fringes now, but they have been hovering around the 500 mark. It's just an incredible turnaround, and they're doing it with a ball club that still needs to rebuild its bullpen after last summer's trades. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a foul tip, 2-2. And if people don't think a manager and a coaching staff make a difference, well, then you don't know baseball, for one thing. And secondly, take a look at the difference the Twins are this year under Derek Shelton and his staff. Now the 2-2. Outside, changeup missed. Full count. Bailey Ober making a lot of pitches. The payoff, and it's fouled upstairs. That was pitch number 38 in the first 2 innings for Bailey Ober. And there's still only 1 out here in the second inning. Bailey Ober's on his regular rest. He hasn't had an extended break. He's already pitched since the All-Star break. Now the payoff, runner goes. Pitch swung on, hammered deep to right, but foul. And another terrific at bat for P.D. Helpin. He'll see at least 8 pitches, and I think that's the thing that has jumped out this series, Rosie. The quality at bats for this Cleveland lineup, 1 through 9, and the deep counts and the long at bats.
And isn't it a key when with Ramirez back, you figure the lineup's better, but the players currently in it have gotten better while he's been gone.
Now the payoff, nope, throw to first, and back standing is Bailey, who almost got caught breaking for second. Well, and Angel Martinez has walked his only time up so far tonight for Akron, and Angel could be back this weekend in St. Pete. Now the payoff pitch again. A runner goes, and it's swung on, hit pretty well to center, but at Keishel, he'll snag it, and back to first is Patrick Bailey. So an 8-pitch at bat for P.D. Helpin. It's out number 2, top of the order now, and Stephen Kwan, who lined out to second. Voter was saying it's not a guarantee that Stephen Kwan is going to continue to lead off. But, folks, it's a guarantee if he keeps hitting like this, he'll keep leading off. This is a better ball club when Stephen Kwan's at the top of the order. He's one of the elite leadoff hitters in the game. The pitch. And he looked at a backdoor curve that stayed on the porch. Ball 1. That curveball was 71 miles per hour. Cleveland 2, Minnesota 1. Runner at first, 2 down, second inning. Ober's ready, hands just above the belt, fires, and it's down and in, 2-0. Boy, this is a laborious first 2 innings for Bailey Ober, and they need length. They got 4 innings from their starter Monday night, 2 1/3 last night. The pitch in there, a called strike. and a 2-1 count. Tomorrow it's Gavin Williams against Taj Bradley. Taj Bradley has been outstanding. What a matchup tomorrow at 110 with Gavin Williams and Taj Bradley. Now the 2-1 pitch. And it's swung on, ripped over the head of the second baseman Clemens into the gap in right center. Cut off by the right fielder Roden. Another hit for Kwan, and motoring to third is Bailey. And for Cleveland, that is the 5th hit in the game, and Stephen Kwan just continues to square up the baseball. And Jose Ramirez, in his first at-bat since June 13th, lined a single to right, tagged up, went to second on a fly out to left, then scored the game-tying run on a Brian Rocchio single in the first. Now Jose bats, runners at the corners, 2 down, second inning, 2-1 Cleveland. The set and pitch, and it's down and in, ball 1. Jose Ramirez has now had that broken hamate bone surgery on each hand. The left hand, that surgery took place a little over 5 weeks ago. Now the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a cue shot toward third. Charged by Lewis. He can't make the barehanded play. RBI single scores Bailey. And Cleveland with a 3-1 lead, and Jose Ramirez 2 for 2 gets an RBI on a swinging bunt single to third. Well, you put the ball in play and good things can happen. And now Bailey scoring, Kwan to second, Ramirez to first. Here's Chase DeLauder, and can he put an exclamation mark on this second inning? Jose Ramirez 2 for 2. Chase DeLauder flied out to left his first time up. You get the feeling DeLauder is about ready to unload a tape measure job. Man, he's been locked in. The pitch, and he looks at a high curve. Chase DeLauder in this series, 6 for 10. In 19 games since coming back from the broken rib, batting .367, OPS over 1,000. The pitch, and it's off speed outside, 2-0, challenged by the catcher Alex Jackson. It's a ball. Twins down to 1 challenge. 2-0 the count on DeLauder. DeLauder shares the team lead, 11 homers, leads the team in runs batted in, 50. Outfield deep and a bit toward the right. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in, 3-1 Cleveland. The pitch. Outside, 3-0. Bailey Ober doesn't look like he wants any part of Chase DeLauder. Oh boy, look out here. Now, as good as Bailey Ober's changeup here is, would Chase DeLauder ever sit on a changeup on a 3-0 count? Here's the pitch, and he takes, it's in there, a strike, and he threw him a 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, Bailey Ober's velocity is definitely down here tonight in the first 2 innings. Now the 3-1 delivery. Swing and a foul, third base seating area, full count. Again, Cleveland up 2. 2 down, 2 on, second inning. Runners will be off. The payoff pitch. A swing and a foul, tap to the right. And for Bailey Ober, he has made 52 pitches in the first 2 innings. The next pitch will be his 30th pitch in the second inning. And manager Derek Shelton is not going to get a long outing from Bailey Ober at this pace. The 3-2. A swing and a broken bat flare towards first, caught by Caratini. And Ober minimizes the damage. But Cleveland's got a 3-1 lead. Third is next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
off his glove, and look at Ross Glow preventing a 3-run home run. That is one of the oddest plays.
Giles, a long run towards the corner. Crashes through the door.
For a moment, I thought he wanted to leave early.
A strange-looking defensive play by Pat Burrell. It looked like the invisible man came from behind and tackled him. Wanted out in front of the plate. He's falling forward. That's a Zach Bunkus flare.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you have the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries. Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly
cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries. Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
It's the great mascot race. Here we go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd goes wild. It's the home stretch. It's a close race. It's the play at the plate. It's Fredbird. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The number 9 hitter, the right-handed hitting catcher, Alex Jackson, will lead off the Minnesota third inning. 3-1 Cleveland. Slade Ciccone, pretty sharp start, despite the fact he hasn't pitched in 2 weeks. He delivers, and it's a fastball in, ball 1. Jackson was the first high school bat in the 2014 draft that people thought was going to be an impact bat. He looks at a strike to even it up. He was the 6th pick overall in the 2014 draft. 6th pick, went to Seattle, considered the best high school bat in that draft. San Diego kid. The pitch and a breaking ball hung inside 2-1, and it's never materialized. He has spent parts of 12 years in the minors. He's also spent parts of 7 years in the majors. The 2-1 swung on, ripped to left field, down the line, fair ball. It'll scoot into the corner. And Jackson in, sliding with a double, his 4th of the year. Top of the order now, Trevor Larnach. Of course, the Twins had the 3rd pick in this past draft, and they took the outstanding Vaughn Lackey, a college catcher from Georgia Tech, and a lot of people think Lackey's one of those kids that he might be in the major leagues next year catching for Minnesota.
Wow.
The way these college kids come.
We've seen it. That 24 class, my goodness. I think they're all here.
Here's Trevor Larnach. He takes a called strike on a heater. Opened the game with a bomb to right center. His 8th homer of the year. 3-1 Cleveland. We're in the 3rd. Cleveland getting an RBI single from Brian Rocchio, from Jose Ramirez, and Patrick Bailey to take the lead. Larnach taking a little bit wide, and it's 1-1. I see the kid signed with Tampa Bay, Emerson. Here's the pitch. A swing and a ball that's cued on the ground slowly to third. Ramirez lets it roll foul 4 feet in front of the bag. Or that would have been a base hit. 1-2 the count.
It's interesting how different teams do it. Some of the other teams, it seems like it's trickling in the signings, as opposed to where the Guardians try and do it all in the one day if they can.
Took Larnach a little time to get back to first, or from first to home plate. He's still not ready. Now Ciccone lets it fly, and it bounces in the dirt, kicks to the right, and the wild pitch moves Jackson up to third. 3-1. Cleveland's got the lead, but remember, Minnesota leads the American League in runs scored at 5 a game. Minnesota is the best clutch hitting team in the major leagues. Nobody's even close to Minnesota. When it comes to hitting with men in scoring position, they're batting .285 as a team. So they can make up ground in a hurry. The 2-2 swung on, bounced toward first, but foul. And the count stays 2-2. Tampa Bay signed the second pick in the draft, Grady Emerson. And he got a massive deal. He signed for $9.75 million, the most ever given a high school draftee. The pitch, down low with a breaking ball, full count.
We talk about the college players getting here quickly, but we've seen this year high school drafted players getting here in a hurry. We didn't have a chance to see Connor Griffin with the Pirates, but it didn't take him long.
Infield back, 3-2 pitch to Larnach. And he missed outside, so Ciccone getting ahead then started to nibble. So Larnach draws the walk, and this is how you get yourself in trouble with a lead. A double, a walk, 2 men aboard, first and third. Third inning, 3-1 Cleveland. Here's shortstop Brooks Lee. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Struck out his first time up. Infield stays back, double play depth. Ciccone's pitch fouled upstairs, strike one. Marathon knows you fans are the true co-pilot of any team. Marathon here to keep you and your team fueled all season long. Marathon driven together. Now the Boston Red Sox have tied their club record. They won again today. They're in a doubleheader with Baltimore. Pitch swung on, banged into the gap in right center. RBI single scores Jackson. Racing to third and in with a head-first slide is Larnach. And an RBI single by Brooks Lee, and it's a one-run game. Lee with his 53rd RBI, and the Twins just changed spots. Still first and third, still nobody out. Now it's 3-2 Cleveland, and out to the mound is pitching coach Carl Willis. But Boston today in game one of a doubleheader beat Baltimore 6-3. Boston has equaled a club record 15-game winning streak, and Boston and Baltimore have another game to play tonight. Right now in the first inning, it's 4-0 Baltimore. But the Red Sox have gone from dead and buried to now 4 games over 500. And if the playoffs were to begin, they'd be in them. So they're not going to be trading people away like a lot of people thought. Cardinals got by the Angels today 1-0. Cincinnati took care of Seattle 5-3. The Athletics are giving up runs like people give out Halloween candy. 15-5, Arizona beats up on what is now called, don't call us Sacramento, just call us the Athletics, and that comes from the mayor of Sacramento. Here's Cody Clements, infield back, takes a strike. I mean, their pitching staff is giving up double-digit runs almost on a nightly basis. And the Athletics, the pitch, low. The Athletics are now 16 games under 500. They have a run differential of a minus 122. worst in baseball. The 1-1 waved at, chased one down by his foot. And they count 1-2 on Cody Clemens. In 10 innings, Pittsburgh took care of the Yankees 5-3. Milwaukee beat the Mets 4-3. Washington shut out Colorado 8-0. The set, the 1-2, a swing and a miss. Looked like a cutter. Got in on Cody Clemens. Strikeout number 4, and a big one because now a double play could get you out of the inning. 3-2, Cleveland leads. Twins at the corners. One down in the third. Infield stays, double play depth for Josh Bell, 0 for 1. Kansas City completed its sweep of the San Francisco Giants today, 5-4. Bell, slow chopper to second. Charged by Bazana. His only play is to flip to first and get the out. Tying run scores. Larnach crosses home plate. Brooks Lee advances to second. And the Twins have knotted it up at 3 runs apiece on Josh Bell's ground out, but his 61st RBI. So runner at second, 2 down. Game now tied at 3 here in the third. And Royce Lewis, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch swung on. This is hit high in the air to deep right. Schneeman's back on the track near the wall, made the catch. So we've got a new ball game. Twins and Guards, 3-3, middle of the third. Cleveland.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you have the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich. Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Santiago and the plate umpire Joe West waiting. And West is saying, throw the ball. So Joe's putting a little heat on Mondesi. Look at this. How do you like that? Strike. And he hadn't come up to the plate yet.
Payroll runs and no surprise fees. Go to gusto.com today and see why over 500,000 small businesses call Gusto their MVP. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
Bailey Ober's got himself back into the game, 3-3, and he misses with a fastball outside to Brian Rocchio to start the bottom of the third. Rocchio, the cleanup hitter, RBI single in the first. He'll bat left-handed. The big right-hander, first base side of the rubber with that hybrid delivery, fires. Rocchio shows bunt. It's high 2-0. Scott Ward of Lakewood is tonight's Hyundai Grand Slam contestant. Scott Ward trying to win the Hyundai Kona, courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter. Ober misses downstairs. And if you're Derek Shelton, that gray beard is getting grayer. You just got back into the game, and Ober's 3-0 on Rocchio. Now he delivers a strike, 3-1. This is a really good rotation the Twins have put together. The pitch is strike 2. And they'll get Pablo Lopez back from Tommy John surgery next season. So, boy, Minnesota can be a contender again next year with this rotation. The payoff, It's swung on, hit pretty well to center. Back goes Keishel, still back onto the track, makes the catch. So Rocchio with a drive to deep center. One down for Travis Bazzana. Popped up his first time up. Ober firing, and it's in there, a called strike on a fastball. Well, that fastball sitting tonight at 87 miles per hour. It's down a couple of miles an hour. Now the pitch, and it's a touch high, 1-1. Cleveland and Minnesota now have split the first 8 meetings of the year. Guardians have had their number. That pitch off speed, a strike to the outside corner. If you include this year, in the last 5 seasons, Cleveland against Minnesota, 43-23. Now the 1-2. Outside, that fastball didn't miss by much. 2-2. The next delivery, down low, curveball almost got him in the foot. Full count. Again, another deep count. And Ober's had 64 pitches with 1 out here in the 3rd. They'll be lucky to get 5 innings out of him. The pitch, and he fouled it back. So Bazzana stays alive at 3-2. As good as his changeup is, there's not that velocity on the fastball that gives you quite the separation he's had in the past. Ober kicks, fires, and he missed outside with a curveball. So Bazzana's aboard with the first walk, and that'll bring up Kyle Manzardo. He doubled to right center his first time up. Oh, the Twins are challenging. Boy, they better be right or they're out of challenges in the 3rd. They're out of challenges in the 3rd. Wow. Well, one thing to be aggressive with your challenges. But those two have you scratching your head a little. Kyle Manzardo takes its low, ball 1. I don't know if there's a game plan anymore that works with challenges. Or what's the right approach? The 1-0, and it's in there, a called strike, and the count of 1-1.
Well, statistically, the Twins are in the upper echelon in terms of the amount of challenges and then success rate. Derek Shelton wants them to be aggressive, but boy, it seemed like not the right calls tonight.
Now the 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Doesn't matter. Called strike. 1-2. Manzardo hit a fastball to the gap in right center. Let's see if Ober stays away from the fastball. Once again, he's ahead in the count like he was last time to Manzardo. Now the pitch. Got him swinging on a great changeup. First strikeout for Bailey Ober. 2 down. Bazzana still at first. Game tied up at 3. Here's Daniel Schneemann lined out to center his first time up. Way the Twins play a deep outfield, and they're always really spread out. Ober's ready. Throw to first, and he almost threw it high. Jumping up was Trainer to grab it. Bazzana back. Bazzana has 14 steals. He's been caught 3 times. Alex Jackson has not been very successful throwing out runners. Just 14% success rate. The pitch, and he went off speed, called strike, nicked the corner on the outer edge. 0-1. Gorgeous, cloudless, 70-degree night in Cleveland. The 0-1 inside corner. Strike called. Schneemann didn't think so, but Cleveland hasn't challenged yet, so they still have both left. 0-2 the count on Schneemann, the product of BYU. Now the 0-2. Checked on a pitch down and in. Boy, he almost went after that curveball, but held up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Over's ready. Here it comes. Schneemann cued the changeup foul at the plate. Still 1-2. Bailey Ober is at 74 pitches here in the 3rd inning. Twins may be looking at getting just 4 innings out of Bailey Ober tonight. And their bullpen's been used a bunch on this road trip. To Wrigley and now to Cleveland. Again, the 1-2. And he missed down low, and that would have been a challenge pitch. But the Twins were out of challenges. 2-2 the count on Schneemann. Bazana at first, 2 down, 3rd inning, game tied at 3. The 2-2 delivery. And it's made to first. Back is Bazana, who was 1 foot off the bag. Now, the one thing Bailey Ober has done is made every beer vendor at Progressive Field happy because the innings go on endlessly. Now the 2-2, runner goes, pitch outside, throw to second, no chance. Ball skips off the glove of Lee to the second baseman, Clemens. Bazana had a great jump, 15 steals. He's been caught 3 times. And Cleveland's got the go-ahead run at second base with 2 down in the 3rd in a 3-3 game. I just don't remember Bailey Ober being this laborious in the past. Now the payoff to Schneemann. And he got him swinging on a breaking ball. So Ober keeps the game tied at 3. We go to the 4th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Oh, I got Soto. All right. Who? Austin Barnes. How do you like rings? Okay. All right. Young Jackson Holiday. Just wait. Jackson Holiday's good. Rick Cerrone, great hitting coach now. Tony Gwynn. All-star. That's good. That's
Spring
a good
break.
card.
Oh, these are like real.
There's gum in it.
87, baby. These are.
This gum's from
Is this actually
1987?
from 87?
Go ahead. Take a piece of it. That's 1987.
Oh my God, that is gum.
It's gum.
I'm not taking a bite of it.
I'm not taking a bite of it either.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history.
Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed. 94 down and in, right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple. High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway home to the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the 2nd.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch, and that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blocks.
3-3 ball game, 4th inning here at Progressive Field, and Victor Caratini leads things off for the Twins. Slade Ciccone fires a fastball outside for ball 1. Both pitchers kind of living on the edge here in the first 3 innings. Not as sharp as they would like to be. Understandable for Ciccone. Here's the 1-0, and that's in tight for a ball. 2-0 the count on Caratini. Actually, that was called a strike, even though it went off the glove of Patrick Bailey. But again, it's been almost 2 weeks between starts for Slade Ciccone since he last faced the Twins prior to the All-Star break in Minneapolis. Here comes his 1-1 to Caratini. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to right. Back on it, Schneemann still going back, makes the catch just as he got to the warning track, as that ball carried very well to right field. So 1 down, that'll bring up Alan Roden. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. Brian Motze up the street at Command Center. Great baseball night here downtown. A little chill in the air as we had 70 degrees at game time, probably a tick or two below that now. Still some late day sunshine in the upper deck out in right field. Up to the plate. Roden takes a pitch low and away for ball. Nope, on the outside corner. I beg your pardon. It's 0-1 on Roden. He reached on an error his first time up. Left-handed batter. Here's the 0-1. Down low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Ciccone now working on the bottom third of the order as Roden's in that number 7 spot. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, a chopper over the mound toward the bag at second. Grabbed by the shortstop, Rocchio. Quick release, and his throw was low and could not be handled by Manzardo at first base. Safe is Roden. Well, Manzardo got rid of it quickly, or excuse me, Rocchio got rid of it quickly, the shortstop, and his throw it a little bit low, and on that backhand side, Manzardo could not come up with the scoop. It will go as an infield single for Alan Roden. So 1 out base runner for the Twins. Luke Keeschel steps in. The pitch to him. Fastball, strike on the inside corner. Keeschel struck out his first time up. Playing center field. A career infielder, but initially with that injury to Byron Buxton, they moved him out to the outfield. Next pitch is swung on and drilled left center field. That gets down for a base hit. Cut off in the gap by Halpin, who throws it into second. That will keep Keeschel at first base, but on his way to third and in standing is Roden. And now with 1 down, the Twins have runners on the corners, trying to snap this 3-all tie here in the 4th inning. And again, both clubs having good at-bats. Base hit for the Twins is their 5th. And now Alex Jackson steps in. Doubled his first time up. Scored a run last inning. And the Guardians bring that infield in. Not quite tight to the grass. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away over to the on-deck circle on the first base side. The Guardians, again, a couple of steps back of the grass on that infield with Manzardo holding the runner at first. Bizana actually back a little bit at second. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball, third base, diving stop, Ramirez, and then he bobbles it and has no play. The run scores from third. All hands are safe on the infield single for Jackson, and the Twins take a 4-3 lead. Now, a couple of infield singles have helped produce a run for Minnesota this inning. Roden to get it started with 1 out, and then Jackson with that ground ball near the hole between third and short. Great diving stop by Ramirez, but he couldn't finish the play. Now top of the lineup, Trevor Larnach, and he's first pitch swinging, skies one to dead center deep. Back on it is Halpin, near the track, makes the catch in deep center. Tagging, heading for third, and in standing up at third base is Keeschel. And now the Twins will have runners on the corners with 2 down. So a 4-3 ball game, Minnesota in front. They took the initial lead in this one on Larnach's home run back in the first inning. But the Guardians came right back to tie with a run in the first. Took the lead with 2 in the second. Twins tied it with 2 last inning, and now they're back in front. 2 outs. Ciccone trying to limit damage with runners on the corners, and Brooks Lee, the batter. The pitch. Swung on, and he blasts one. High and deep to center. Back is Halpin at the wall. It's gone. Wow. Did the Twins strike quickly? Lee hammers a 3-run home run, and the Twins have jumped in front by a score of 7-3. 401-foot home run for Brooks Lee, his 15th on the season. And there's the big inning that Minnesota has put together so often this season. A 4-run fourth, and they have grabbed the 7-3 advantage. Now Cody Clemens, he's 0 for 2. Ciccone delivers, and it's swung on and drilled down the right field line. Fair ball into the corner. Extra bases for Clemens, maybe. Digging it out is Schneemann. The throw not in time. Clemens is into second with a double, and the inning continues for Minnesota. Double number 19 for Cody Clemens. No action in the Guardians' pen. It's happening too quickly here in the 4th inning. And Ciccone now will face Josh Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Did drive in a run with a ground out last inning. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and grounds it to the second baseman. Bazzana has it, throws to first in time for the out. Side retired, but not before the Twins put a 4 spot up in the 4th inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the inning.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He's out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Guardians trailing 7-3. Bottom of the 4th inning now. Patrick Bailey to face Bailey Ober, who starts him off with the off-speed on the outside corner for strike 1. Bailey and an RBI single his first time up in the 2nd inning. Switch hitting catcher. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and he fouls it back into the net. Patrick Bailey on the season came in batting 199. That includes his time with the Giants. As a Cleveland Guardian in 39 games now, his batting average up over 240. And now with 13 runs driven in as a Guardian, and he swings and he chops one to first. Up with it, the first baseman, Caratini, and he swipes the bag as he was picking it up on the way by. And got his foot on there for the out.
So one away in the bottom of the fourth. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back at Progressive Field. Guardians trailing 7-3 in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Brian Motze with us as well. He's up the street at Command Center. Petey Halpin, the batter, swings and misses at the first pitch from Bailey Ober. Halpin, left-handed hitter, the 0-1. Swung on, line towards short, past the diving Lee, and that one skips into left center for a base hit for Petey Halpin. Continuing to put together excellent at-bats. He's now 1 for 2 on the night. As Halpin tries to get something started here in the fourth inning with the Guardians trying to dig out of a 4-run deficit. This message from Cleveland Clinic. Time to get your kids ready for school. Schedule their yearly physical today. Visit clevelandclinicchildrens.org/pediatricians to schedule an appointment. Stephen Kwan, the batter, takes a strike on the outside corner. Kwan, 1 for 2 with a single in the second inning. His on-base percentage in 17 games now in the month of July is over 500. Here's the 0-1. There goes Halpin. And the pitch is taken for a ball down low, and Halpin swipes the bag without a throw. It's the 5th on the season for Halpin. As the Guardians trying to stay aggressive on the bases here despite trailing by 4. Ober at 84 pitches delivers. And it's swung on and line, diving stop, and then bobbled by the second baseman Clemens. No play. All hands are safe. Kwan at first, and advancing to third is Halpin. And another rocket off the bat of Kwan. What an effort by Clemens just to keep that ball on the infield and save a run momentarily. But Kwan's aboard with his second hit on the night, and the beat goes on for Stephen Kwan. Now Jose Ramirez steps in. First game back for Jose. He's already 2 for 2. A single in his first at-bat in the first inning. And classic Ramirez tagged, went from first to second on a fly ball to left to set the table for an RBI base hit from Brian Rocchio. Now Ramirez trying to deliver the pitch to him. Swung on, bounced to the second baseman Clemens. To the bag for 1, on to first. Safe at first is Ramirez, and that allows Halpin to score. Now Ramirez, hustling as he always does, stays out of the double play. The Twins get the out at second, but the Guardians get a run in, and it's now 7-4. Cleveland still trailing, but they gain a little bit with Chase DeLauder coming to the plate. So Ramirez now at first base. DeLauder 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the pitch to him. And it's on the inside corner for a strike. You guessed it, a changeup. That is the bread and butter pitch for Bailey Ober. Here's the 0-1. On the outside corner, strike 2, and quickly DeLauder's in the hole, 0-2. Ramirez with that good speed at first and tremendous instincts on the bases. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman Clemens. He has it, flips on to first for the out, and the side is retired. But the Guardians get one back. We'll head to the 5th. Minnesota 7, Cleveland 4.
He dives and makes the catch and brings Fenway to its feet, because he always does.
Slides, and he's got it. What a catch by Eli. That saved the day.
In his Carrigan makes a sliding catch. Makes the play. The throw is in time to get the out.
On the warning track, he reaches up. A fine running grab by Jorge Barosa.
You get spoiled watching a guy cover ground the way he does. Spectacular catch.
He got it. He hung with the play right at the wall.
Harris on his horse, and he makes the catch. Throw to third, tag out. Wow. Back to first. I said I like double plays, boom.
One of the wildest, wackiest double plays you'll ever see.
Down the third baseline, there's Ortiz. Plants the foot, fires across, picked by Bowers. Emerson able to get to it, pop up, and throw a missile to first base. Diving catch.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness.
Matthews getting the start in left field tonight.
That ball hit well to left center field. Forget about it. Bryce Matthews by the home run pump. He hits his 5th Major League home run. That was a no-doubter. Well over 400 feet.
434 over the gas pump in left field and into home run alley for Bryce.
That was pummeled.
He may be number 0 on the back of his jersey, but he's number 1 in your heart. Wow.
Slade Ciccone back out there with the Guardians trailing 7-4. They'll face Royce Lewis leading things off in the 5th inning for the Twins. Lewis is 0 for 2 tonight. He did drive Daniel Schneemann, the right fielder, to the track his last time up before Schneemann made the catch. Here's the pitch from Ciccone, and it's swung on and missed for strike 1. Cody Funderburk, a lefty, is starting to heat it up in the Twins' pen as their starter. Bailey Ober finished that last inning at 89 pitches, so he might be done. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And quickly it's 0-2 on Lewis. Well, the Twins showing why they were the highest scoring team in the American League heading into this series and into play tonight. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Lewis caught looking on a pitch that looked like it cut the plate in half. And he's headed back to the dugout, a strikeout victim. That is the 5th. Recorded by Ciccone. Now Victor Caratini. He's 0 for 2. A strikeout and a fly ball to right. Here's the pitch. He swings and pulls it foul. First base side on deck circle. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. They have the official jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more. Visit MLBshop.com/Guardians. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, popped him up, foul down the left side. A courtesy look by Ramirez, but this one is out of play. And it's 0-2. Day baseball tomorrow, and again, it's supposed to be another perfect day in Northeast Ohio. So if you don't have plans, or maybe you want to take a long lunch and bail on the office the rest of the afternoon, come on out. Again, a 1:10 start. And that is the homestand finale, in addition to the final game of the series. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-2. The curve that time from Slade Ciccone. Toyota Tacoma, Tundra, Land Cruiser, Sequoia, and 4Runner, a family of trucks that just keeps getting stronger. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Here's the 1-2, and it's swung on and pounded off the foot of Caratini. The ball ends up at the second baseman's feet, Travis Bazzana, and Caratini is down in a heap in that left side batter's box. He's really hurting. And the trainer comes out, Nick Paparesta, along with manager Derek Shelton, as that ball was fouled off the knee of Caratini, that front knee, as a switch hitter in from that left side. And he's going to need some time if he can stay in the game. He is still down, trying to let that pain subside after fouling one off his right knee. Wow. It's our injury report presented by Elk & Elk Serious Lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. And if you're just tuning in, we can take Jose Ramirez off the list for the Guardians. Activated today already with a couple of hits, a couple of RBIs, as he's batting second and playing third base. Angel Martinez continuing his rehab assignment with Akron, and he's not far away either. Tim Herron and another rehab outing in Akron yesterday, and visiting with him today in the Guardians clubhouse. He feels like he's ready to go, just a matter of the time running out on his injured list days, and we'll see if he's active over the weekend. Now, Caratini, he's up now in terms of sitting up, but he still has not stood up. As, again, he fouled one off of his knee, and it ricocheted all the way out to the second baseman, Bazana. Now he's to his feet. And we'll see if he can stay in. I'll tell you what. He's a catcher by trade. He's not catching tonight. He's playing first base, but these guys are so tough. And will he stay in the game? Derek Shelton, I think Caratini might be trying to talk his way into it. I don't know if the Twins manager is buying it, because he is still really having a hard time putting any type of weight on that leg. And for the Twins, when you look at their injured list, it got better at the start of this series as they were able to take Byron Buxton off the list and add him to the active roster. He's not playing tonight, but just a night off for him. And Caratini, he is not going to continue. He's heading to the dugout. Boy, so often we see the foul balls off the feet, the ankles, and occasionally a knee, and those players just stay in and you don't give it a second thought, but this one was a tough one. And Caratini's night is done. Ryan Kreidler grabs a bat. He's in the on-deck circle, and he'll finish this plate appearance for Caratini, and then he'll stay in the game, and the Twins will juggle up their infield and get it squared away to replace Caratini at first base. Your score is 7-4. It was tied at 3 heading into last inning. That's when the Twins put on a 4 spot, capped by a 3-run home run off the bat of Brooks Lee. And they lead it by that 7-4 margin now as the Guardians battle back and added a run in the bottom half of the inning. We're now in the 5th with 1 out. Base is empty and a 1-2 count with Kreidler taking over the at-bat. Long break for Ciccone, who at this point in the game did not throw any pitches to stay loose. And now he's ready to go as Kreidler digs in. The 1-2 pitch. Outside and low, 2-2. Kreidler's been a nice addition to this Twins ball club. He comes in hitting .241, 5 home runs, 24 driven in, and he's been steady at shortstop. Here's the 2-2. Outside and low for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Now the payoff pitch from Slade Ciccone. It's on its way, and it's swung on and driven to left. Back on its Quan, reaches up, makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. Good jump and read by Quan. Hauled it in easily as he got to the warning track. Now Alan Roden, who's been up twice, reached on errors twice. Initially, the ground ball, the high chopper that he hit to short, was ruled a base hit to start last inning, but it was later changed to an error. Here's the pitch, and it's down low for a ball. An error on Brian Rocchio, the shortstop, who had only committed 2 errors in his last 42 games heading into play tonight. He's been razor sharp out there. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner. 1-1 the count on Roden. Guardians trailing 7-4 here in the top half of the 5th inning. The 1-1 from Ciccone. Swung on, chopped foul over to the Twins dugout on that first base side. Boy, no breeze whatsoever. Crystal clear skies for the most part. Low humidity. And a cooler evening from what we've had. At 70 degrees at the start. Just a perfect baseball night. Here's the 1-2. Down low. 2-2 the count. It has been a battle tonight for Slade Ciccone. At 75 pitches now. The 2-2 delivery. Outside and high for ball 3. And when we say battle, he's battling to try and get deep into this game. The bullpen quiet right now for Cleveland. As Ciccone pitches in the top half of the 5th inning. Here's his payoff pitch. Outside and high for ball 4 as he went with a cutter that time and missed with it. And it's a 2-out walk to keep the inning going for Alan Roden. Now Luke Keeschel. Keeschel's 1 for 2 with a single his last time up in that 4th inning. Guardians down by 3 here in the 5th. The pitch. Fastball just missed outside. And Ciccone wants a new baseball. Hey, don't forget the ballpark pass presented by Planet Fitness on sale now for August. $59 gets you a ticket to all 14 games in August. Go to CLEGuardians.com to pick up your ballpark pass. The 1-0 swung on, popped up foul. That's down the line right side and out of play. So 1-1 the count on Keeschel. Outfield plays him pretty much straight away. Maybe shaded just slightly to pull the 1-1. Fastball up and in. Bailey thought it was a strike, so he challenges. Let's see how it goes for Patrick Bailey. And indeed, it's a strike right at the top of the zone. And Patrick Bailey's successful. He's been sharp on his ABS challenges. Over 55% on his successful challenge rate. Here's the 1-2. Way upstairs for ball 2. And now the Guardians do have some action in their pen. Left-hander Eric Sabrowski starting to heat it up. Ciccone's trying to get out of this 5th inning with a man aboard and 2 outs. The 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3. So a full count on Keeschel. With Roden over at first base, the Twins up 7-4. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped foul at home plate, and it got a piece of the leg of Keeschel. He'll hobble around. Not nearly as serious as that foul ball off the right knee for Victor Caratini that ended his night. Keeschel just the same needs a minute or 2 here to pull it together before he gets back in the box. It'll be a payoff pitch from Slade Ciccone as Keeschel steps back in. The 3-2 swung on, yanked foul off the netting in front of the Guardians dugout on that third base side. We'll do it again on 3-2 to Keeschel. Roden steps off his lead over at first base. Now the payoff pitch from Ciccone. Swung on, popped it up, foul again. This one's out of play, first base side. And we'll do it again on 3-2. Luke Keeschel. Speedy former infielder now working in the outfield for the Twins. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and he launches this one high and deep, but well foul down the left side. And this lengthy at-bat for Keishel will continue. The next pitch will be the 10th. Outfield coach and first base coach for the Twins, Grady Sizemore, was talking about Keishel's transition to the outfield. He said, look, he's a great athlete, has good speed, he'll get it. And has been impressed so far with the work that he's done in center field. And tonight, Keishel back out there in center, giving Byron Buxton the night off. Payoff pitch coming again. Here it is. Swung on, popped it up, foul, first base side, back behind the Twins dugout. And Keishel continues this long at-bat, and for Ciccone, who has already had to battle his way to get to this point in the fifth, this is the last thing he needs. And at the very least, an 11-pitch at-bat. The 3-2's on its way. Inside, ball 4, but Patrick Bailey thought it was a strike, so the Guardians will challenge. And let's see how this one goes. And the challenge is not correct. The umpire was correct. It was confirmed as a ball. Guardians down to 1 challenge and a pair of walks with 2 down in the inning. And those walks are going to end the night for Slade Ciccone. Here comes manager Stephen Vogt as he'll make the pitching change right here in the 5th inning. We will take a timeout for the pitching change, and they are, as always, brought to you by Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Learn more at Spartans.
Reynolds backing up on this ball and misplays it.
Well, I don't know what happened to Reynolds there. He badly misjudged that ball. She moved back.
That's outstanding.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, Garrett. That's a lot of work.
And Thomas lost the bat and nearly took out Luis Ariza in the on-deck circle in so doing.
That's great. The umpire comes in, no catch, no catch. Camaro's like, sure I did. See? That's great. 22-year-old having fun.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
To compete, and you might be surprised how well they stack up. So for new tires, get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, then roll out confidently.
Left-hander Eric Sabrowski is on to pitch here in the 5th inning for the Guardians. Comes on with runners at first and second and 2 away to face the number 9 hitter, Alex Jackson, who's already 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. And Jackson swings and misses for strike 1. Guardians trailing 7-4. Sabrowski trying to keep it reasonable here in the 5th inning. The big lefty with the 0-1 pitch to Jackson. Swung on, and he lifts it high and deep to left, back near the track, making the catch. Shy of the warning track is Kwan, and this side is retired. No damage done. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Twins 7, the Guardians.
Pack your bags. It's time for a road twib. In a brand new segment, we're hitting the road, and our first stop is a big one. It's Yankee Stadium. Opened in 2009, Yankee Stadium's majestic presentation reflects the iconic look of the original stadium that once stood just across the street. Make your way over to Monument Park to see a collection of plaques and retired numbers that honor both Yankee legends and baseball greats. Over at the Yankees Museum, look back at over 100 years of team history. Time to grab a bite to eat. Maybe the classic chicken bucket or the ice cream chicken bucket. Whatever your appetite, they've got something for you. But the main event is always Yankees baseball, and there's not a bad seat in the house. Sit with the bleacher creatures in right field and join in on the famous roll call. Or take your place in the judges' chambers. Action and history are at every turn, and all fans will find something to appreciate at the home of the Bronx Bombers.
Gotta get yourself ready. Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that? What is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had two hands. He looked it in. Oh.
Instagram and all social media.
A lot of changes for the Twins as we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning because Victor Caratini had to leave the game after fouling a pitch off his right knee in the top half of this inning. Ryan Kreidler came on, finished his at-bat, and he'll stay in the game at short. The shortstop, Brooks Lee, moves to third. The third baseman, Royce Lewis, takes Caratini's spot at first base. And on to pitch, left-hander Cody Funderburk taking over for the starter, Bailey Ober. He'll face Brian Rocchio, switch hitter, bats from the right side, and takes a pitch up high for ball one. It's 7-4 Twins as we head to this bottom half of the fifth inning. Here's the pitch, and Rocchio takes it for a strike. We saw Funderburk for an inning in Monday night's 13-4 Guardians win. He allowed a couple of hits and a run. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on and chopped to short. Kreidler's there with the high hop and the throw to first in time for the out. Rocchio is retired. He's now 1 for 3. Travis Bazzana will bat. Funderburk is appearing in his 29th game. He's 1-1 with an earned run average of 4.10. All of his work has come out of the bullpen. Bazzana takes a pitch down low for a ball. Bazzana has popped to third and walked in 2 trips. He's also stolen a base tonight, his 15th. Here's the 1-0, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. And whenever a Guardians player steals a base, download the McDonald's app to redeem a 10-piece chicken McNuggets for just $2. That'll be good tomorrow through the McDonald's app at any participating Northeast Ohio McDonald's. Bazzana takes a pitch outside for ball 2. Now, Bailey Ober goes 4 innings. He allowed 4 runs on 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 2. The 2-1 outside and low for ball 3. He left with his team leading but did not go far enough to be eligible for a win tonight as he made 89 pitches in those 4 innings. Next pitch to Bazzana. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike to run the count full 3-2. 1 out, bases empty. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Way outside and low for ball 4, and Bazzana draws a 1-out walk. Now the Guardians with a base runner in the 5th. And up to the plate steps Kyle Manzardo. Manzardo tonight, 1 for 2 with a double back in the 2nd inning. Facing Cody Funderburk, 29 years of age, goes 6'3", about 230. Here's his pitch. And it's on the outside corner for a strike. 94 with The sinker that time from Funderburk. There was a sinker, cutter, slider, changeup. Here's his 0-1. Just outside and low, 1-1. This is his 4th season in the major leagues, all with the Twins. They picked him with the 15th round selection back in 2018. He throws to first, back safely. Bazzano didn't have much of a lead over there. And the Guardians and Twins knotted up at 4 wins apiece in their season series. Here's the 1-1. That's outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Funderburk, the left-hander, from the stretch goes to first again and back safely is Bazzano. So now, if Funderburk goes to first, he has to pick off Bazzano, or Bazzano gets credited for second base. So usually this is a big advantage for the base runners. Here's the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Boy, Derek Shelton must be in that dugout, scratching his head. Funderburk comes on with a 3-run lead. He's walked a batter, and now he's behind 3-1 on Manzardo. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. Count runs full, 3-2, and this has been the struggle point for the Twins. Their bullpen has really labored much of the season. They came into the series with a bullpen ERA up over 5. And this series hasn't helped that. The 3-2 swung on, line foul off the netting above the Guardians' dugout on the third base side. They were ranked 13th in the American League coming in. They may have found a closer in Yoendris Gomez, but to get to him, that's been the challenge. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Breaking ball caught the knees, and Manzardo's out on strikes. That'll bring up Daniel Schneemann as Funderburk records his first strikeout. The Dollar Bank Foundation is partnering with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Ohio through their K's for Kids program, making a donation for every Guardian strikeout this season. Here's the pitch. Schneemann swings and misses for strike 1. Guardians trailing 7-4 here in the 5th inning. Cody Funderburk ready to go. Here's his 0-1. That's outside for a ball, 1-1. Schneemann is lined to center and struck out in 2 trips. Left on left here in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, foul back into the net. And the count moves to 1-2. Patrick Bailey waits on deck for the Guardians. Bazzano off the bag at first. Here's the 1-2. Outside and low. 2-2 the count. Slider that time from Funderburk. Now the big lefty. Right back with the 2-2. Nope, he throws to first again, and back safely is Bazzano. And every time Funderburk has gone to first, Bazzano can't be more than a step or 2 off the bag. Now we're ready to go again. The 2-2 swung on, fouled away off to the third base side, and out of play. And we'll do it again on 2-2. Mentioned day game tomorrow. Then the Guardians head to St. Petersburg for the weekend, a series against the best teams in the American League this season, the Tampa Bay Rays. The 2-2 swung on, and there's a slow roller to the second baseman. Clemens has it, throws to first for the out. Side retired, and we'll head to the 6th. It's the Twins 7, the Guardians 4.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody going to take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back? Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black it."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
We have played 5 innings in this one. Cleveland led 3-1, but now Minnesota with a 7-4 lead, 6th inning. Top of the order, Eric Sabrowski's pitch. Trevor Larnach puts one in the seats foul, first base side, strike 1. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you on this gorgeous autumn-like night on the shores of Lake Erie. 70 degrees at game time. Clear sky, no breeze whatsoever, and no humidity. Trevor Larnach started the game with a homer. He takes a called strike, 0-2. Larnach 1 for 2 with a solo homer. 5 inning totals, Minnesota 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 5 left. Cleveland 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 men stranded. Both starters out of the game. The pitch, a swing and a jam job roll to first, handled by Manzardo. He'll make the play himself to retire Larnach. Slade Ciccone can lose it. He cannot win it. Bailey Ober gets a no decision. He didn't go long enough to win it. Ciccone went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 7 runs, but only 3 were earned. Allowed 7 hits, struck out 5, walked 3. The Twins' Bailey Ober went 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits, struck out 2, walked 1. Brooks Lee will bat right-handed. Started the night at short, now at third, and he takes a ball up high. He's had a big night. RBI single, and then a 3-run bomb to dead center in the 4th. The big hit in the Twins' 4-run inning. Lee sends one upstairs, foul, 1-1 the count. This is a former first-round pick who's really playing like it here in 2026. Brooks Lee now, 15 home runs, 56 RBIs. Played more third base now than short. The pitch, and he pops one upstairs, foul again, 1-2 the count. He played for his pops. Dad Larry Lee, still the head coach at Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, California, north of L.A. The pitch, got him, swinging Sabrowski with a good slow curveball. 2 down. That'll bring up Cody Clemens, 1 for 3 with a double. Gavin Williams and Taj Bradley. Man, what a matchup tomorrow. Taj Bradley, 9-4. Gavin Williams, 10-5. First pitch, 1-10. The pitch. Clemens takes one underneath the arms. Ball 1. Hope you'll be with us. 1:10 tomorrow. Then on to St. Pete and Cincinnati. Now the 1-0. And he caught the inside corner with a slider for a strike. The next homestand will be a week from this Friday. And that'll be a part of the trade deadline. The pitch. It's at the knees, a strike. It'll be an all-National League homestand. Arizona and the New York Mets. The trade deadline is on an off day for Cleveland, Monday, August 3rd. 7-4, Twins in the 6th. The next delivery, swung on, fouled out of play to the left, still 1-2. President Chris Antonetti, along with Mike Chernoff, the general manager, assistant GM, Matt Foreman, and a host of many other front office execs. They're already working the phones, trying to make this club better. The pitch in tight, a fastball, 2-2. But there are a lot of teams looking to add because there are a lot of teams that are either right now in the playoffs if they were to begin or right on the periphery. The 2-2, down low, full count. A year ago at this time, well, Cleveland had been dealt that double knockout punch based on the gambling. The payoff, swing, and a pop-up by Clemens to the first baseman, Manzardo, in on the grass to grab it. And you weren't thinking about Cleveland doing anything to add to their ball club. In July a year ago, 15 and a half games out.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Area rugs, and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Right-hander Travis Adams out of the Twins bullpen to pitch the 6th, 7-4 Minnesota. Cody Funderburk worked a scoreless inning, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Patrick Bailey batting left-handed. Adams pitch, it's high. This guy throws hard. Mid-90s, fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, change. Adams 6'1", 213, 26 years of age. The set and the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball foul by Coach Sandy Alomar Jr. at first. Evens the count. Adams, like Cleveland's Reese Hoskins, played collegiately at Sacramento State University. Appearance number 20. He's 1-0, 2 saves, ERA 5.53. He lets it fly, and it's swung on. A weak ground ball headed to the second baseman. And Clemens will throw out Bailey. That'll bring up Petey Helpin. 1 for 2 with a single. Cleveland has scored their 4 runs on 8 hits tonight. Jose Ramirez back in the lineup. That's right, folks. And he's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Patrick Bailey and Brian Rocchio also with RBI singles. Helpin hitting 9th. He's had a great series. And he sends one in the air to deep right. Back is Roden on the track near the wall. Up against the wall, made the catch. So Petey Helpin nearly got another one out of here. The other night, that would have been gone. Just a touch cooler tonight. 2 down for Stephen Kwan. Top of the order, he's 2 for 3. 2 singles and a lineup. Enridge Gas Ohio reminds you, call 811 before you dig. Now the set and the pitch. And it's on the inside corner, called strike. Adams, 6th round pick by the Twins 5 years ago. Now the 0-1 pitch. Kwan sends a ground ball to third, in on the grass. Lee gobbles, throws. That was a 6-pitch inning for Travis Adams. 7-4 Twins after 6 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pop quiz. How do you go from Captain Clutch to the Iron Horse through a milestone and a marathon? The answer is on Hall of Fame Connections.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
3,000! History with an exclamation point!
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Ironman played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Franco Aleman, the native of Cuba, on to pitch the 7th for Cleveland. Good outing for Eric Sabrowski, retired all 4 men he faced with a strikeout. Aleman, 10th outing, no decisions, ERA 180. Aleman, fastball slider, upper 90s for the big right-hander. Josh Bell batting left-handed. And the DH takes a look at a backdoor slider, outside ball 1. Aleman, 6'7", 250. Bell tonight 0 for 3, but got an RBI on a ground out. Aleman's pitch, and he missed inside in the count 2-0. Dodgers lead the Phillies 5-3, 7th inning in Philly. Now the 2-0 pitch. A swing and a foul upstairs, 2-1. Yankees, Pirates, scoreless in the 7th. Pittsburgh beat New York in Game 1 earlier today, 5-3. Tampa Bay leads Toronto 3-1 in the 6th. Now the pitch, a swing and a miss, chase the high fastball, 2-2. Detroit and the Cubs 1-1 in the 3rd. White Sox and Rangers 1-1 in the 3rd. Boston in a doubleheader with Baltimore. Alaman, the 2-2. And a swing and a bouncing ball to second. Chest high hop handled by Bazzana. Throws out Bell for the out. The Red Sox won the day game, giving them a franchise-equaling 15-game win streak. 6-3, Boston beat Baltimore. But in the nightcap, Baltimore leads 4-1, 5th inning. They've played 5 in Georgia, 1-0 Atlanta over San Diego. Here's Royce Lewis 0 for 3. 2, pitch outside, ball 1. 3rd inning, Astros up 1-0 on Miami. A lot of day games today as series came to an end. Now the 1-0 pitch, and it's low, 2-0. Royals completed a sweep of the Giants 5-4. Milwaukee took care of the Mets 4-3. Washington shut out Colorado 8-0. Arizona embarrassed Sacramento 15-5. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a pop-up, foul, first base side, souvenir time. 2-1. Reds a 5-3 winner over Seattle. St. Louis had 3 hits but beat the Angels 1-0. Scores brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. 7-4, Minnesota's up here in the 7th. Now the pitch, up and in, 3-1. Alaman's first taste of the major leagues here in 2026. Back partially to the hitter, lets it fly, and the pitch again fouled into the first base seats. 3-2 the count. Time now called as Lewis backed away. Now we're ready. The payoff. Swung on another pop-up. The shortstop, Ryan Rocchio, on the dirt portion of the infield. Makes the grab for out number 2. Here's Ryan Kreidler. We haven't heard any word on Victor Caratini. He fouled a ball off his knee and had to leave the game in the 5th inning. Kreidler replaced him, lined out his first time up. 2 down, 7-4 Twins, 7th inning. Final game between these two ball clubs in Cleveland tomorrow. The pitch. Check swing on a slider. Didn't go. 3 more between these clubs, but that'll be in Minneapolis the second weekend in September. Now the 1-0. Swung on, lifted in the air. Medium deep center. Petey Halpin makes the catch. Good inning for Franco Alaman. Stretch time at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Minnesota 7, Cleveland 4. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist.
2 outs, 2 strikes on Reggie, and you've got to know he's going to get the super sinker. The set, here it comes. The sinker swung on and missed. Reggie is fuming at Dale Ford. Reggie's been ejected. Reggie Jackson has been thrown out of the game. And now Reggie comes back. He's got a bucket of ice, and he's spreading it all over the AstroTurf. He can't believe it.
your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Baseball, $2 Miller Lite pregame and Sugardale Dollar Dogs. Then stick around after the game for Phantom Fireworks presented by Gusto. Get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Jose Ramirez, 2 for 3 tonight. Couple of singles, couple of RBIs. Leads off the seventh, bottom half of it, batting left-handed. Travis Adams' second inning of work with a strike called. 7-4 Twins. The next offering, outside, a ball. Jose's been chomping at the bit to come back. And after not playing for almost 6 weeks, nothing's changed. He's been the igniter. The 1-1. And it's down low, 2-1. Manager Stephen Vogt said, look, we've got to be smart about it. He's not going to play every day initially. We'll see about tomorrow. The 2-1. Swung on, foul off right side. Good luck telling Jose he's not in the lineup tomorrow. 2-2 the count. Angel Martinez playing his second day in a row, and that's good news. Playing for the Rubber Ducks. He'll be looked at tomorrow, and we may see him on that plane tomorrow night heading to St. Pete. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a little floater to left. Carries a little bit. Larnach there to grab it. Had him out front on a changeup. The other guy don't forget about that should be back in the Cleveland bullpen Friday night is Tim Herron. Eligible to come off the injured list after getting a line drive off the elbow. Tim feels good, and this club almost back intact. Here's Chase DeLauder, 0 for 3 tonight. That's a rarity. Adams lets it rip. And DeLauder takes a little bit low. 22,807. Victor Caratini did leave with a knee bruise on that foul ball off the right knee. I bet he'll be sore in the morning. DeLauder takes a fastball in there. Tonight's attendance, 22,807. 1-1 the count. Cleveland's offense has gone quiet since the Twins went to their bullpen. DeLauder laid off. It was outside a changeup, 2-1. The bullpen's been an issue for the Twins. They've had to use it a lot this series. But tonight, the bullpen has been terrific. 2 1/3 scoreless innings. The pitch, DeLauder bangs one on the ground right at the second baseman Clemens, who fires over, 2 down. Now Brian Rocchio, 1 for 3, an RBI single. He'll swing it left-handed. The Ballpark Pass is presented by Planet Fitness, on sale for August. 14 home games cost you a grand total of $59. Go to CLEGuardians.com and learn more. Now the set and delivery. Rocchio taking, it's in there, and Adams is just pounding the strike zone. That was 96 miles per hour. From the first base side of the rubber, the set, the 0-1, waved at it. That was a really good changeup. This kid's been impressive. Hard to believe. He has a 5.53 ERA, but he's looked good here tonight. 5 up, 5 down, and he has Rocchio in the hole, 0-2. Here it comes. Foul down the left side by Rocchio. Still a 0-2 count. Adams is ready. The pitch. Fouled it back. Rocchio got on top of a fastball that was up and out of the zone, but he spoiled it. That's a good piece of hitting there by Brian Rocchio, who might be the most underpublicized, outstanding shortstop in baseball this year. He has had a heck of a year. Now the 2-strike pitch. He pulled it foul off the screen in front of the Minnesota Twins first base dugout. What Rocchio has been, and it's been this way since he came back from the minor leagues last summer, he has now become a very consistently good player, day in and day out. Really spreads out at the plate with 2 strikes. He's trying to make contact. The pitch to him, and he rips it on the ground to first, off the glove of Lewis, down the right field line into foul ground. Kicks off the sidewall. Rocchio to second, head first slide, a double. And Rocchio with his 15th double. That ate up Lewis at first. So a 2-out double. And Cleveland down 7-4 in the 7th. Travis Bazzana, a pop-up and 2 walks coming to the plate. Cleveland trying to inch closer, down 3. Adams checks second. The pitch, a check swing. He went around on a changeup. He has really had a good changeup. 0-1 the count on Bazzana. Now the 0-1 outside. He went to it again. 1-1. Outfield fairly deep, straight up. The next offering. Swung on, fouled right side. 1-2 the count. Now through August 6th, you can win a Guardians Edition F-150 Raptor truck. Courtesy of your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Visit F150sweeps.com. Bazzana awaiting the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Down in the dirt. Another changeup. Ball 2, strike 2. 2 down. Brian Rocchio at second. Cleveland down 7-4 in the 7th. Minnesota has dropped 4 in a row. This would be a huge win for the Twins. The 2-2. Fouled it at the plate. Boy, he keeps doubling up on the changeup to Bazzana. Twins trying to stay relevant and send a message to ownership and the front office. Don't trade people away like last July. If you want to make a trade to make us better. Again, time called. 2-2 the count, 2 out, runner at second. Cleveland down 3. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now we're ready. The pitch. Swung on, socked to center field. Keyshaw makes the catch chest high. A BB off the bat of Bazzana. but a line out to end the 7th. Twins stay up 7-4.
The Cubs are on fire and have turned 1060 West Addison Street, aka Wrigley Field, into the hottest address in baseball. This week, the Cubbies flew the W for the 15th straight time, their longest home winning streak since 08. And they're winning in dramatic fashion.
Dansby's going to score. The Cubs are going to walk off the red. 4-ball game. 3 straight walk-off wins in the series against Cincinnati.
At the center of it all is Nico Horner, flat out playing like the best second baseman in baseball. Shota Imanaga has been one of the game's best on the hill with a sub-2.5 ERA. With PCA doing PCA things in the field and a solid bullpen, this Cubs team looks built for the long haul. The NL Central has been baseball's toughest division. Will the Cubbies' home field advantage be the difference in the chase for the division crown?
Mariano Rivera, cutter man, what can you say? Because lefties had no chance against him. Randy Johnson. All you want to do is try to make contact and put the ball in play. Don't get hit in the head and just try to pull it in play. Mr. Greg Maddux, another great teammate, great player. Hey, this is a beautiful card right here. This card tells you and lets you know that I got him. When you see that finish high, you know that he's in the books.
What was that ball crushed?
Festa on to work the 8th inning. Good outing for Franco Alaman. A 1-2-3-7. 7-4 Minnesota. Festa, 2 wins, a save, an ERA 4.43. Appearance number 43. Alan Roden, 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounds the first pitch to third. Ramirez bounces the throw to first. Manzardo can't dig it out. Kicks behind him. And that'll be the Cleveland third error of the game. Throwing error by Jose Ramirez, and we'll pause for station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze. Gorgeous night on the lakefront. 7-4 Minnesota. Cleveland's made 3 errors tonight. It's cost them 4 unearned runs. Here's Luke Keeschel. 1 for 2, a single and a walk. The pitch over but low, ball 1. Festa thought he had a strike. The next delivery hit him in the helmet. Oh my. Helmet goes flying, and Keeschel he never even flinched. He goes back, picks up his helmet, and heads to first. You could hear it hit him in the batting helmet up here. Wow. Now he's going to be looked at by the trainer and manager, Derek Shelton. So the Twins have 2 men aboard with nobody out in the 8th, trying to remove all doubt, leading 7-4. And everybody back to the first base dugout. Here's Alex Jackson. See if he is bunting. Cleveland's up at the corners. Jackson, the number 9 hitter, with a double, a single. But with Minnesota up 7-4, they may be trying to get 2 men in scoring position with a bunt. Festa's pitch, no bunt. Pitch up and in, ball 1. Ramirez and Manzardo at the cut of the grass at their respective corners. The 1-0. He now squares to bunt. The pitch went to the backstop. Wild pitch takes care of any bunt needed. Runners at second and third with nobody out. And a 2-0 count. So now you have to bring the infield in. The pitch. Fouled it back. Good swing by Alex Jackson. Jackson started this season 6 years in the major leagues with a major league career batting average of 153. The pitch is high. This year he's batting .328. How about that? 11 years in the minors. 3-1 the count on Jackson. The pitch. Way outside. They're loaded up on the walk by Festa. Now the top of the order, and the Minnesota Twins have a chance to remove all doubt. And pitching coach Carl Willis heading out to the mound. When you've got Russ to Bust, use PB Blaster, Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster always working like a pro. Cleveland actually led this game by a score of 3-1 after 2 innings. Not much positive since.
Man, normally Matt Festa, command-wise, is right around home plate, but boy, he just seems off here tonight with his command and is in a big jam.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Solo homer to start the game. 1 for 3 with a walk. Larnach, left-handed batter. Cleveland still playing the infield end. Bases loaded, nobody out. Larnach almost got hit in the thigh. Ball 1. Festa's made 9 pitches, 2 strikes. The next delivery inside, almost hit him in the leg again. 2-0. Left-hander Will Dion warming. Look out here with Larnach. The 2-0. And he sends it upstairs foul, 2-1. Twins lead by 3, but they've loaded them up. Nobody out in the 8th. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Base hit. That'll score Roden. That'll score Keishel. Big turn at second. Throw back to second. Jackson just get back safely. And it's 9-4 Minnesota on Trevor Larnach's 2-run single to center. And the Minnesota Twins are turning this now ugly game into a blowout. One of the runs unearned. That's 5 unearned runs Minnesota has scored tonight. So the Guardians with the runners at first and second. Should say the Twins with the runners at first and second. And the Guardians now down 5. Nobody out. Here's Brooks Lee batting left-handed. And he sends one in the air to medium deep center, helping charging in to grab it. And finally, Brooks Lee is retired. Brooks Lee tonight with an RBI single and a 3-run homer to center. Now Cody Clemens, the batter. Clemens, 1 for 4, a double. One out. Still first and second occupied. Minnesota up 9-4 in the 8th. The pitch over but low, ball 1. Now Minnesota leading the American League in runs scored at nearly 5 a game. They've scored 9 tonight. The pitch, outside and high, 2-0. They're baseball's best team, hitting with men in scoring position. That has continued tonight. They're batting .400 tonight, 4 for 10 with men in scoring position. The pitch, that is in there, a strike, 1-2. And this has been an ugly game for Cleveland. The only good news is Jose Ramirez back in the lineup with a couple of base hits and a couple of RBIs. Now the 1-2. Fouled it back into the home plate seating area. Been a weird homestand for Cleveland. When they've played well, they've really played well. When they've played bad, it's been ugly. Now the 1-2. High, 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Tigers now lead the Cubs 4-1, fourth inning at Wrigley. White Sox lead Texas 3-1, fourth inning in Arlington. Festa the set and the 2-2. And before it's made, a fake throw to second. Jackson the runner there. Larnach the runner at first. Larnach 3 RBIs. Brooks 4 RBIs. So 7 RBIs tonight for the Twins' number 1 and 2 hitters in the lineup. The pitch to Clemens, waved at, and he strikes out for the second out in the inning. And we're going to have a pitching change. Josh Bell will face Will Dion when we come back. Cade Smith, 1 strike away. Strike 3 called. Ball game. Smith is ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. What a job by Cade Smith.
It's Cade Smith bobblehead day on Saturday, August 1st. The Guards battle the Diamondbacks at 7:15, and 15,000 fans will take home a bobblehead featuring the all-star closer courtesy of Pep.
Gathers himself and he gets benched on a nice play by Bryce Stott over there at second, diving to his left. 1 pitch and another 1 pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Josh Bell will turn around and bat right-handed. Two down, Jackson at second, Larnach at first. Twins batting in the 8th. Bell tonight 0 for 4 RBI on a ground out. The pitch, and it's on the inside corner, top of the zone, strike 1. Josh Bell out of Dallas, 2nd round pick out of high school by Pittsburgh in 2011. The 0-1 down low. Josh Bell went to high school at Jesuit High School in Dallas, and one of his classmates, PGA star Jordan Spieth, Down the 1-1. Waved at a changeup. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Another one. Just missed. Maybe low. Dion thought the inning was over. Cleveland didn't challenge. The 2-2. Down low, full count. Dion from the set. Here it comes. Swung on, drilled to center. That's a base hit. That'll score Jackson. Larnach will stop at second. 10-4 Minnesota. Bell 2 RBIs tonight. Team high 62. Going to bring up Royce Lewis. Lewis 0 for 4. Dion deals. And a swing and a miss. Strike one. The set and delivery. Checked on a pitch up. 1-1. The next pitch. Down low. 2-1. If I'm correct here, that would make 6 of Minnesota's 10 runs unearned tonight. The next pitch swung on, banged into left. That's a base hit. Everybody moves up 1. So Royce Lewis loads him up with a single to left, and the 9th man to bat in this inning will be Ryan Kreidler. Bases loaded, 2 down. Kreidler 0 for 2. 10-4 Minnesota. Will Dion. He's ready. Here it comes. And a fastball in there for a strike. The next pitch, waved at. Good changeup. 0-2. Dion, hands below the belt, delivers, and he got him swinging. But the Twins add 3 and are beating up Cleveland 10-4 in the middle of the 8th.
Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9. Plus receive.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
Pat Murphy going to use an ace up his sleeve and bring in Christian Yelich with a tying run aboard at third base. Fly ball to deep right! It is way back and gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. It's his first career pinch hit home run, and he left nothing in the tank. My God, how far did that go?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hard-throwing right-hander Andrew Morris on to pitch for Minnesota. Twins clobbering the Guardians 10-4, middle of the eighth. Well, Travis Adams had an impressive 2 shutout innings in relief. Minnesota's bullpen, 3 shutout innings tonight after Bailey Ober started, gave up 4 runs in 4 innings. Morris, this appearance for him, number 37, 4 wins, 3 saves, ERA 3.26, mid-90s fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, change, and he pumps one outside, ball 1. 97 miles an hour to Kyle Manzardo, who's doubled and struck out twice. Morris out of Texas Tech University. The set and pitch, swung on, hit high and deep to right. It's got a chance, and this ball is gone. So a towering home run to right for Kyle Manzardo, his 11th. And Cleveland's trailing 10-5 here in the eighth. That'll bring up Daniel Schneemann, who's 0 for 3. And just enough. 344 feet. Schneemann 0 for 3 takes its low, ball 1. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that Manzardo hit out of the park. Morris firing, and it's swung on, line foul down the right side. Schneemann broke a bat. 1-1 the count. Boston trying to set a club record and win 16 consecutive games, playing Baltimore in a doubleheader today. And in the nightcap, 5-1 Baltimore, bottom of the 7th at Fenway. Now the 1-1, checked on a pitch that's called a strike. 1-2. Morris firing, and Schneemann taking down low, 2-2. Each team has 10 hits tonight, but Cleveland has given up 6 unearned runs. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. Woo. That was close. Down and in to Schneemann, so the count is full. The payoff. Got him swinging through the fastball by him. 1 down. That'll bring up Patrick Bailey, 1 for 3, an RBI single. He'll bat left-handed. 110 the first pitch tomorrow. 10-game winner Gavin Williams against 9-game winner Taj Bradley. Should be a heck of a matchup. The pitch. And a fastball just missed in. Ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Get some good movement. That was a cut fastball at 93 miles per hour. 1-1 the count on Bailey. The next offering. Swung on line foul down the right side. 1-2 the count. Morse, he's ready. Here it comes. And a foul tip. Bailey stays alive at a ball and 2 strikes. The right-hander sets, delivers, and a check on a pitch down low. 2-2. The 2-2, low again, full count. Threw him a changeup at 91 miles per hour. Boy, this guy's got some kind of live arm. 97 on the fastball, 93 on the cutter, 91 on the changeup. The payoff. Swing and a chopper foul, first base side. We'll do it again at 3-2. Moore steals, and it's high, and Bailey had a heck of an at-bat. Draws the walk on an 8-pitch at-bat. 10-5 Minnesota, 1 out, 1 on. Cleveland batting in the 8th inning. And that'll bring to the plate P.D. Helpin. 1 for 3 with a single. Pitch, and it's at the corner, knee high, strike 1. Well, it'll be interesting to see what roster move Cleveland makes when Angel Martinez is back, potentially this weekend in St. Pete. The 0-1, swinging a little bloop chop to third, caught by Lee. Helpin has really played well, and he's a heck of an asset. Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, he's Cleveland's best defensive center fielder. So, some tough decisions coming up. Top of the order, Stephen Kwan. 2 down, runner at first. Cleveland down 5 in the 8th. Kwan 2 for 4. 2 more hits tonight on singles. The pitch down low, a ball. The 1-0. Down low, 2-0. You watch Stephen Kwan now, and it's hard to believe he struggled like he did for 3 months. The 2-0 pitch. Inside corner, a strike. 2-1. It just, again, reiterates how difficult this game is to play, even when you're one of the elite leadoff hitters like Stephen Kwan has been. The 2-1 inside, ball 3-1. He is back now taking those borderline pitches just off the plate for balls, getting himself consistently now in hitters counts. Before it seemed like he was 0-2 all the time. The 3-1, and he lines it back up the middle into center, a base hit. And that's what the result is. You get into a hitter's count, and then Stephen Kwan makes you pay. A 3-hit game for Kwan. Stopping at second was Patrick Bailey. And Cleveland down 10-5. Has 2 men aboard with 2 men out. And the pitching coach, Pete Mackey, heading to the mound. And yes, Minnesota has a comfortable advantage, but they have had nightmares at times with their bullpen. And they know better than anyone this game isn't over. And it's Jose Ramirez coming to the plate. 2 for 4 in his return tonight with a couple of singles and a couple of RBIs. And can Jose rise to the occasion again?
And Tom, you mentioned earlier about the domination Cleveland has had against Minnesota since 2022 with a 43-23 record. Countless times walk-off wins here lately against the Twins. So the Guardians have been down this road before.
Bailey at second, Kwan at first. 2 down, Cleveland down 5 in the 8th. Ramirez batting left-handed. The pitch. And he takes a heater for strike 1. Now the 0-1. A little bit low. 1-1. Twins get activity in the bullpen. Morris, his 26th pitch of the inning. And it's a strike. Came back with a changeup. 1-2 the count. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. Down in the dirt. What a great pick by Jackson. Ball 2, strike 2. 2 out, 2 on. Cleveland down 10-5 in the 8th. Morris comes set, hands pinned against his chest, delivers, and a swing and a ground ball to the second baseman. Clemens will throw to first. The inning is over. 10-5 Twins, 8 in the books on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
It's been an amazing year so far. This is his 16th start. He is 10-1 with a 2.13 earned run average. And now making his first start after the All-Star break. Swing and a miss. He got him. 96 miles per hour.
That high fastball, you see there's just the finish that thing has. It actually looks like it rises.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout for Wheels. And there's one away.
Just a man that knows how to pitch, Ben.
Swing and a miss, and Betts is down on strikes. Third strikeout.
Yeah, 3 pitches. All it takes. There's that good splitter again. See Betts out in front and over the top.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a sweeper. 8 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. Swing and a miss. 9 strikeouts. He threw the curveball to get Betts for the second time tonight.
But trying to guess with 6 pitches is a whole different animal.
Vargas 1 for 3. 1-0. Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry. And it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer in the 7th, his first of the year. That went 431 feet. 109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there. He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
Will Dion will work the ninth inning. Minnesota in command. 10-5. Alan Roden started last inning off, reaching on an error. Third error of the game by Cleveland, which has accounted for 6 unearned runs. Roden puts the first pitch back into the seats, foul, strike one. Roden tonight has been on base 3 times via an error, plus a walk. The pitch, and he sends one in the air, third base side, foul, into the lower deck, 0-2. Left on left. The 2-strike pitch. Swung on, ripped in the hole and into right. Base hit for Alan Roden. That'll bring up Luke Keeschel. 1 for 2, a single. He's also walked, been hit by a pitch. The Twins have 11 hits in the game. 5 runners have got on either by a walk or hit by a pitch, and 3 more runners have gotten on via the air. That's 19 base runners in 9 innings. Keeschel checks, takes down low, ball 1. Now the 1-0. And nope, throw over to first, and he almost picked off Kyle Manzardo. Diving back was Roden. Yankees and Pittsburgh split. Yankees won the nightcap 2-0. The pitch, swung on, fouled upstairs, 1-1 the count. Now the 1-1. Swung on, drilled on the ground to third. Ramirez to second, 1. Bazana turns the double play. That'll bring up the catcher, Alex Jackson. He's 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a walk. Ten to 5 Minnesota, 9th inning. Dion sets and deals, and the Twins catcher takes on the outer edge, a called strike. The next delivery, waved at, pulled the string, 0-2. Dion delivering, and the pitch swung on and missed. Got him with another changeup. Dion strikes out Jackson. 10-5 Twins. Cleveland coming to bat. Bottom of the 9th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the 5th, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed, like really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
For 229.
Yoendrys Gomez, who is 12 for 12 in saves, comes on for the Twins. This is a non-save situation. ERA of 3.43 in 40 appearances. He's not a hard thrower, low 90s. And Gomez doesn't even average a strikeout an inning, so he's not your prototype closer. Gomez, fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, change. The right-hander to Chase DeLauder, who's 0 for 4. And he checks and takes a strike on the outside corner. Austin Martin now in left field for the Twins. The pitch, and DeLauder taps it foul to the right. 0-2. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. And DeLauder takes way outside. Gomez has spent 4 years in the major leagues. Last year, he pitched for 3 different major league teams: Yankees, Dodgers, White Sox. The 1-2. Swung on, drilled to left, base hit the other way for Chase DeLauder. His 7th hit in this series. So, that'll bring up Brian Rocchio. He'll bat left-handed, a double, a single, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Talk about a crazy 2025 campaign. Gomez started the year in the Yankee bullpen. Designated for assignment in April, claimed by the Dodgers. Designated for assignment by the Dodgers a little over a week later. The pitch. In tight. Did that get Rocchio? Somehow just missed him. Then he was claimed by the White Sox in May after being waived by the Dodgers. They designated him for assignment. Nobody claimed him, so they sent him to AAA. Gomez, the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, weakly hit up the middle. Backhanded by Clemens to second for 1. The relay by Kreidler to first, not in time. So DeLauder forced out at second. Rocchio aboard on a fielder's choice. 1 down in the 9th. 10-5 Minnesota. It's Travis Bazzana 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Yoendrys Gomez. This year he started the campaign with Tampa Bay. One out, one on. Cleveland down 5 in the 9th. The pitch, and he went to the outside corner with a strike on a fastball. He's ready. Here it comes. Swung on, ripped foul down the right side, and Bazzana broke his bat. 0-2. Travis with the new piece of lumber. Down in the count 0-2, 1 out, 1 on, ninth inning. Cleveland trailing 10-5. The pitch. Fouled at the plate. Bazzana stays alive at 0-2. Baltimore now leads Boston 5-1 in the ninth, so the Red Sox win streak at 15 in serious jeopardy. The 0-2. Outside a ball, 1-2. Gomez is ready. Here it comes. And Bazzana cuts and misses. 2 down. Last hope, Kyle Manzardo. He's 2 for 4 with a double and a homer. Infield, pull to the right, runner takes off, nobody's holding him, pitch outside. So Rocchio to second on fielder's indifference. Gomez deals, and Manzardo swings and rips it to right. That's a base hit near the line. That is going to score Rocchio, and Manzardo now with a double, a homer, and a run-scoring single. And Cleveland now trails 10-6. And give Kyle Manzardo a 3-hit game and 32 RBIs on the year. There's Daniel Schneemann 0 for 4 tonight. Manzardo will not be held. Gomez is ready. The pitch. Manzardo runs, but Schneemann lines up to second to end the game. And the Twins beat up Cleveland 10-6.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?